What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. I got another one from our dear, close, personal friends at Severin Films. The Devil's Reign, with an exclamation mark. So this movie is about a satanic cult led by Ernest Borgnine, which, like, that should be enough. Like, if Ernest Borgnine leading a satanic cult isn't enough reason for you to want to see a movie, I don't know what else I can do to sell you on it. But anyway, so he's the leader of this satanic cult. They desperately want to get a hold of this book, and this, mystical, sacred book is being protected by William Shatner. By William Shatner and his family, including his brother, who's played by Tom Skerritt. They got to keep the book out of Ernest Borgnine's hands at all costs, or just terrible things could happen. And William Shatner is, running into problems because he's getting all these mind tricks played on him by Ernest Borgnine. And pretty soon it becomes clear that it's going to be up to Tom Skerritt to save the day. But luckily, in his hour of need, he's joined by Green Acres' own Eddie Albert, who could not be more disinterested in this movie. But he's there, and he helps guide him. And you find out, is the satanic cult going to get a hold of this book? Are they going to just take over the world and claim, all these souls? Or, what's going to happen? This movie is nuts, obviously. It would be crazy if it was just the story with a bunch of random people in it. But the fact that it's Ernest Borgnine, Tom Skerritt, William Shatner, Ida Lupino, John Travolta, Eddie Albert, just makes everything 10 times crazier than it should be. I love Eddie Albert in this movie. I know a lot of the praise goes to, in addition to Satan, a lot of the praise goes to Ernest Borgnine, who is great, don't get me wrong. Like, he's awesome in this, just, like, ridiculous chewing up scenes, like, left and right. But Eddie Albert is so fucking funny in this movie. He could not care less about this movie. He puts zero effort in, zero energy. It's fantastic. It's my favorite performance in the movie, just because you can tell he doesn't want to be there, and he's not going to put any, unnecessary, effort into the performance. Most people might not like that. I think it's great, and it makes the movie, that much better. So you have this ridiculous cast that's in this ridiculous story, and it's just a lot of fun. It has a lot of nonsense moments. It's got a lot of goofy dialogue. It doesn't have a lot of blood and gore, but it does have a lot of, like, goop, which to me is even, sometimes is even better. And in this movie, it's certainly better. So, like, when people get shot or something happens to them, they don't bleed. There's, like, this orange and green just goop that comes out of them. It's really cool, and I like it. You got a bunch of eyeless cultists. You got Ernest Borgnine shape-shifting into a goat man. And then you have this finale, which, like, normally with a lot of these movies, they're quirky and they're fun, but they end up kind of ending kind of lame. The Devil's Reign goes above and beyond to give us just this wild, mind-bending finale that just, if anything, it's too much. Like, it's just crazy. The level of goopiness that happens at the end of this movie. I think it's really fun. It's obviously like a B-movie, drive-in movie that's greatly enhanced because it has this, strange list of talented people who turn in some pretty quirky and fun performances. I think it's obviously a cult classic. It's remained, popular with cult film fans for a reason. It's a lot of fun, and Severin has gone out of their way to make a spectacular disc. It's got a bunch of interviews with cast and crew members, as well as people from the Church of Satan, who detail kind of what their involvement was back, when it was produced. It's also got a new HD transfer that looks amazing. Like, I had the old, I think it was a VCI DVD, and it looked good. It was okay for what it was, but, like, this is, like, mind-blowing. This is a fantastic transfer. It looks incredible. I can't imagine anybody thought The Devil's Reign would ever look this good. It's beautiful. It's a work of art. I'm beyond over the moon on how good this movie looks. If you have even a slight, minor interest in cult films or in horror movies, The Devil's Reign is one that you have to have in your collection. It is so much fun. Shatner, Borgnine, John Travolta, Eddie Albert hating life that he's in this movie. It's just got so much cool stuff in it, and it's such a fun movie. and then you got this crazy ending. It's just, you have to have it. You gotta own this movie, and the Severin Films disc makes it super easy because it's just a fantastic disc. So that's my review of The Devil's Reign. I love this movie. I think it's super fun. It's not the craziest movie out there, but it's much crazier than it should be just because of this insane cast. If you want to read my full write-up of it, you can check it out at markfusion.com. I've got a ton of other Severin Films and Intervision reviews there as well. They're one of my favorite labels. I'll try to cover as much as I can. I got tons of other cult horror, exploitation, B-movies, all kinds of genre movies, new theatrical movies as well. Anime, TV shows, video games, everything new every single day, 7 days a week. And also on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Mark Fusion, as well as Patreon if you want to get exclusive content. But the best thing you can do to help me out is just hit that sub button. It's free, it's easy. It keeps me from having to enter into a binding covenant with Satan. I don't really want to do that. I want to keep my options open. But I also want to continue to make content, so hopefully you guys can help me out. And hit that sub button if you like these videos, and that'll keep me out of, you know, having to pawn my immortal soul. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.